Hello, this is Anthony Elmore. Today, I'm giving one of our most exciting lectures. This lecture today is called Tina Turner and
Black Memphis History. Tina Turner passed away in May of 2023. In this video, we will connect Tina Turner with Black Memphis history.
my first girlfriend was married. Her mother was married to a man by the name of John Bullock. Now, my girlfriend's name was Sherrie, and Sherrie's mother was married to John Bullock.
Tina Turner was born in Nutbush, Tennessee. When her parents split up, she went to live with her grandmother in Brownsville, Tennessee, whereas she went to Flag Grove School. The school was built in 1889 on land donated by Benjamin Flagg, Turner's great uncle, making Flag Grove School not only the school she attended, but part of her family's legacy. They created in Brownsville, Tennessee, the Tina Turner Museum and Flag Grove School. So we're clear, she was not Tina Turner, she was born Anna Mae Bullock. My first real girlfriend's stepfather, John Bullock, was Tina Turner's uncle.
So Mr. Bullock used to fix on everything. He was a real nice guy. And Sherrie used to tell me, she said, well, my stepfather is related to Tina Turner. I said, really? So I never paid any attention to it. So since I was doing this lecture, I called Mr. Bullock. Now is dead. He's deceased. But his son's name is John Bullock. Now, John was at my house just 5 days ago. He's actually changed his name to Yoshinan. And I said, John, I know you're John Bullock, and your daddy was John Bullock. How is you related to Tina? And John says, wait a minute, my daddy and Tina's daddy were brothers. They were half brothers. I said, what? I said, I didn't know that. He said, you mean to tell Mr. Bullock was Tina Turner's uncle? He said, yeah. He said, Tina Turner is my first cousin. I said, really? I said, wait a minute. I said, since I'm doing this lecture, tell me the name of somebody who Tina would know that is true, because Tina may look on the website and see this lecture. And let's see what he says. He says now, he said, my daddy's sister's name was Mamie Lee Vincent Bullock. And she used to comb Tina's hair. I said, really? He said, yeah.
Your faith.
My faith.
You convert, or you became?
I'm converted to Buddhist.
What took you to that?
Change. The practice in the early stages of it, when it was introduced to me, was that it could change your life if that's what you were looking for. And at that time, that is definitely what I wanted.
Had you broken up at that time?
No, I was still there. It was actually the shot in the movie right after I had taken the medicine that makes you sleep. And
took a lot of it.
Yeah. And when I woke up, I thought, well, okay, this is my life. I accept. And then the message came, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, that it could change your life. And I had to teach myself, because I didn't have the freedom to actually go to meetings or for people to come to me. So I remember working really hard, and I'm happy that I did it that way, because it was on my own that I really struggled for it, and it changed my life.
And the message came from where?
There were a group of people called the Nichiren Shoshu organization. President Ikeda was the president from Japan that organized the gift to us. And the members were older people, older members that had been chanting for a length of time, that had people to go to door, something like, what do you call it? Avon.
Buddhism is also a way of living, isn't it, right?
Yes.
It's more than a faith.
Yes. Actually, what happened, how I view it is that it is something that one depends on. Like, I think, like, I need my refrigerator, I need the clothing on my back, I need shelter, and chanting takes care of that spiritual side, that subconscious mind that I tap into. My reality is God is giving us the faith, but we have to find it, we have to work on it to find the God within us.
Like most average people in America, most have never seen a Nichiren Buddhist altar or have encountered anyone with a Buddhist altar. This is a picture of Tina Turner at her Nichiren Shoshu Buddhist altar that made the front cover of Jet magazine February 15, 1979, 45 years ago. This is a picture of Tina Turner's altar in Jet magazine in 1979, and this is a picture of my altar today in 2024. Look at this picture I took with Tina Turner in 1984, 40 years ago.
November 10th, 1984, Tina Turner was at Memphis doing a concert, and I took a picture with Tina, and I asked Tina to sign an autograph picture for us Buddhists. And I asked her to make the picture to NSA Buddhists, and Tina Turner actually signed a picture for me. Now, but my relationship to Tina goes far beyond 1984. Now, when Tina Turner first recorded her first record, and I think it's like about 1960, I was just a little kid in the first grade. I was in the first grade, and my sister used to imitate Tina Turner. She used to imitate Tina Turner, and all the girls in the neighborhood used to mimic Tina Turner.
Until after the Civil Rights Act of 1964, America was rigidly segregated, whereas blacks and whites could not attend events or even sit together. You see, Memphis was part of what we call the Chitlin Circuit. One of the venues in Memphis was Club Handy, located at 195 Hernando Street in downtown Memphis, whereas on the third floor was the hotel and they had Club Handy. You see, on March 22nd and 23rd in 1964, the Ike and Tina Turner Review happened in Memphis. Now, understand that 3 months after that, on June 21st, 3 civil rights workers, Andrew Goodman, James Earl Chaney, and Michael Nicky Swearinger, came up missing. You see, Dr. Martin Luther King had just delivered his I Have a Dream speech several months earlier, and President Kennedy was assassinated 4 months earlier. This gives you an idea what was going on in America at the time when the Ike and Tina Turner Review came to Memphis at Club Handy.
I grew up understanding Tina Turner. Now, if you really want to get a fair and clear story of Tina Turner, or if you really want to get a black side of Tina Turner, I have put on this website a link to a story. Now, to understand Tina Turner, please understand the story that you read about Tina Turner is a slanted story. It's an unfair story. And it's a story that really borders racism. Now, if you look at the story that I posted on the website, it's in the February 15th, 1979 article. Tina Turner is on the cover of Jet magazine. This story is called How Sex and Religion Keeps Tina Turner Famous and Humble. Now for decades, I kept this magazine on my Buddhist altar. And I kept it there because I kept Tina Turner close at heart. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to read this story, and especially African Americans. Now, if you read this story about Tina Turner in Jet magazine and how her religion kept her famous and humble, you are going to see something in the story that's very unusual. Now, in this story, and what makes this story unusual is that you will get to see a side of Tina Turner, and you get to see a side of Tina Turner that's black. Now, please understand. Please understand this. Dick Gregory once told a joke. Comedian Dick Gregory and activist Dick Gregory told a joke. Now, Dick Gregory said this joke about Michael Jackson. He says, Michael Jackson is the guy who really lives the American dream, and that he was born a poor young black man in Gary, Indiana, and now he's a rich white man living in California. Now, even though Dick Gregory was making a joke, but it's the truth. Michael Jackson was born a poor black man in Gary, Indiana, and he actually died a rich white man in California. Now, whether some people may find this insulting, but Tina Turner was born a poor black woman in Nutbush, Tennessee,
And she died a rich white woman living in Switzerland.
There's nothing wrong with that, but it's the truth. Tina Turner is now a rich white woman. See, Buddhism goes a little deeper because Buddhism actually explains race. Now, I'm a Nichiren Buddhist, and we study a book called The Ghost Show. And in The Ghost Show, it talks about race. And let me see what it says about race. It says, let me see if I can find it, the part about race. It says this. It says, The Ghost Show is called A Letter from Sodom. It says, a sutra states that both the crow's blackness and the heron's whiteness are actually deep stains of their past karma. The non-Buddhists fail to recognize this and claim it was the work of nature. See, it is Buddhism. It is the teaching of Shakyamuni Buddha who said the crow's blackness and the heron's whiteness are deep stains of their past karma. The story of Tina Turner being born black, and all of us who are born black and some are born white, this is our karma. The relationship that you're in is called karma. Karma is cause and effect, or the sum total of the cause and effect life that you live. So the relationship that Tina Turner had with Ike Turner was a matter of karma. Being black and being white is a matter of karma. Now, you can be born, Q, and I'm talking to a cameraman there, you can be born black in America, and you actually can lift yourself up beyond being born black. Now, Buddhism says that is called the environment that you live in. Now, your environment is your level of consciousness. For example, you got appearance, you got perception, conception, volition, and consciousness. Now, when you begin to chant Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, you can actually lift your consciousness beyond the realm of your race. In fact, a few years ago, I was coming from Japan, and I was on the bus, Whit came on the bus coming from Japan, and I'd asked a couple of sisters who were Buddhists on the bus, would they like to do a story to put on the Proud Black Buddhist website. And one of the sisters told me, she says, listen, she says, I cannot do a story on your Proud Black Buddhist website because I have lifted myself, or I have grown beyond the consciousness of race. So I can understand she lifted herself beyond the consciousness of race, and she really did not want to speak from the standpoint of a black person. Now, let me tell you something about Tina Turner. For example, in Tina Turner's life, Tina Turner, for example, when the movie Color Purple come out, and y'all saw the movie Color Purple. In the movie Color Purple, what's this pretty woman name? That was Margaret Avery that played the role. I think that was her, she was Suge. She might have been Suge Avery. You know that singer Suge? Now they offered Tina Turner that role to play Suge. And Tina Turner said, hell no, I'm not gonna play no Suge Avery. I live that life for real. And I'm not about to go and live no life of being no Suge because I live that in my life.
Here, you turned down the color purple.
Okay. I denied Color Purple because it was too close to my personal life. I had just left such a life, and it was too soon to be reminded of, for acting for me, I need something else. I don't need to do what I've just stepped out of. It was very wrong. I was very excited, very flattered that I was asked, Mr. Spielberg, but it was just a wrong movie for me at that time.
So no regrets over not doing it, even though it was a tremendous hit?
No.
Around 1939, a family moved from Lamar, Mississippi on Hamilton Street in Orange Mound. Now, every child that grows up in Orange Mound should know that a Melrose graduate who lived on Hamilton Street went on to influence the world. It was Willie Mitchell, a Melrose graduate, who helped create what is now known as the Memphis Sound.
I was drinking a beer at the table and I had my back to the bandstand. So this kid started singing, and I turned around, I said, when it was over, I said, Jimmy, tell the kid to come over here. So he came over. I said, what you say your name was? He said, Al Green. I said, man, you got a beautiful voice. I said, you can cut a hit record. I said, why don't you go back to Memphis with me, and if we work real hard, I said, we can cut some hit records. The style came up because Al was singing, he was really singing hard, and I just tell Al, you need to soften up some. I said, he said, but I want to sound like a, I said, Al, you got a good falsetto, you need to settle this music down. So at that time, all my life I've tampered in jazz chords and everything. So I began to write some jazz chords and try to get another sound for Al. So finally one Saturday afternoon I was tamping around the piano and I came up with this melody of Let's Stay Together. And I said, this could be something. So I kept messing with Al. I was in England then, so when Al came back, we went in the studio and I played it for him on the piano, and at this time Al Jackson was just sitting down playing drums with his hands, so just imagining what it would be like. So when Al came in, Al said, well, give me 5 minutes and I'll write some words to it. So Al walked around and said, about 15 minutes later he came back with some words and we started messing with this song. So about a week later we put the track down. And that's where everything happened. We're over here in the ghetto area, and there's a bunch of winos out there, and they were all out there drinking, what have you. So I said, why don't you go and get 4 or 5 gallons of wine? Let's bring these people in the studio. So we brought about 50 people in here, and all the winos, they were drinking wine, laying on the floor, we were cutting the record. And we'd all tell them to be quiet. And if you notice on the Let's Stay Together album, you hear a lot of noise in the background, but it's the winos.
Then to know that Reverend Al Green was here. I So in love with you. Those guys didn't think I would do it.
I'm so in love with you. Sing it with me. Whatever you want to do is alright with me. Let me be the one you come running to.
When I came up.
Yeah, it was. And I'd really like to finish it with you. Okay. Just follow me, Anna. Say these words with me. Nam-myoho.
Nam-myoho.
Renge-kyo.
Renge-kyo. Jackie, what? I don't know what I'm saying. It sounds.
I know. It feels strange, but it's chanting. I'm a Buddhist now, and when you chant, Anna, you can see things clearly. It's like life's mirror, and when you can see yourself clearly, you can change anything. Come on, you want to try it with me? Nam-myoho Renge Kyo, Nam-myoho Renge Kyo, Nam-myoho Renge Kyo, Nam-myoho Renge Kyo, Nam-myoho Renge Kyo,
Nam-myoho Renge Kyo, Nam-myoho Renge Kyo, Nam-myoho Renge Kyo, Nam-myoho Renge Kyo, Nam-myoho Renge Kyo, Nam-myoho Renge Kyo, Nam-myoho Renge Kyo, Nam-myoho Renge Kyo, Nam-myoho Renge Kyo. Nam-myoho Renge Kyo, Nam-myoho Renge Kyo, Nam-myoho Renge Kyo. Nam-myoho Renge Kyo.
Hey, Frost. Turn the music up.
Straight up.